Welcome to the Waterloo School Student News, West High Edition. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Kyra. Thanks to our IB program, IB Arts has taken students to a whole new level of expressing themselves. Let's take a look at some of their creations.
IB provides an opportunity to where research is just as important as the actual artwork, so you still have the opportunity to pursue it and improve, and that's something that they'll look at as well. They have really just taken the bull by the horns and really pursued what they wanted to do.
And try to make this area really light. Our teacher doesn't give you something to draw and says, okay, this is what you're going to draw. You have a lot more independence. And then there's also like this aspect of you have to research famous artists. So it's not just your regular, we're going to learn how to draw this and you get a grade for effort. Now you actually do what you want to do and you learn about it at the same time. So
at the end of your 2 years in the program, you create a process portfolio, and so you have to write reflections about your project, how it's going, what you found out. I had never taken an art class before in high school. I stepped in on the first day. I love it now. I have so many new ideas.
I mean, before I wasn't really as high as my potential could go, and I didn't know what IB was all about. I was kind of scared. It was kind of like, is this going to be good? Is it going to be bad? But I decided to take the risk. If I didn't like it, I would go out of it. But it's definitely helped me through my education. My writing has gotten better. My art skills have gotten better. So I'm glad I've took the program. It's crazy how much I've progressed. I didn't think I'd go into art by the beginning of junior year, but now I'm yes, I'm going to go into art.
IB has kind of really pushed me to look into artists or look into research about art and how it's evolved over the centuries. And also just that you kind of see multiple perspectives. That's been a cool point for me to be more well-rounded and internationally minded.
A normal art class, I only see them for a semester and I may or may not see them again. And that's kind of the cool part, is you actually get to form a bond with all those students.
They are some really talented young artists.
They sure are.
Waterloo schools will not be able to serve our students effectively without the help of para-educators. Here's more about one para impacting students at Poyner Elementary.
good job. You can place some notes that are down low.
Michael is a second grade child. He has autism and he is nonverbal, but we find lots of different ways to communicate. He joins our classroom for the majority of the day, particularly in the morning when we do math. He leaves for reading groups and he leaves to work on keyboarding. Otherwise, he's with us the rest of the day. There is absolutely no exclusion for any reason.
So we have 100 plus 10 equals what, Michael? One thing that I do is I break it into chunks. When Mrs. Smith is doing the launch, we do other little things because sitting through a half an hour math launch gets really long, and so we just do other little things, and then when it's group time or independent time, then Michael does what the rest of the class is doing. So we do a work break schedule. We usually always do work until work is done and then a 3-minute break. Sometimes it's been too long or that I've pushed him too hard, and so then we'll stop, he'll take a break, and then we'll go back to it.
We have a trampoline over in the corner. We have a tent for a quiet space. We have a rocking chair, and those all provide sensory input for all children to help them focus, to just take a break and regroup and then come back, and so they're able to focus on their learning. And Michael has the ability to go over and do that whenever he chooses, because one of the things that is a goal for Michael is to self-regulate and self-monitor what he needs and when he needs it.
Before, kids always had to come to Michael. He never really would seek out peer attention. Now he's going to the kids at recess, he's working with them in groups, and I feel like the other kids have benefited because they are around him all day and they have learned how to communicate with someone who is nonverbal. They have also learned his wants and his needs, and if he's upset or not wanting to do something, sometimes he'll screech and the rest of the class just goes about it. They don't pay any attention, the class doesn't stop, everybody just keeps going on with their own business, and then Michael just goes back to what he was doing and does what everyone else is doing.
They will grow up with the ability to work with people with differences of all types, and they will grow up being caring and supportive of people who are different. We want to encourage a society of people that accepts people with differences, and this group I think will be at the forefront of learning how to do that and teaching others how to do that.
Michael plays piano. Michael plays piano. Michael plays piano. Michael plays piano. Nice job, Michael.
Pairs are very important here at West too.
Really important.
Thanks to a traveling exhibit, science, technology, engineering, math, also known as STEM, is coming to Hoover Middle School in a unique way. Check out the Hawkeye Community College STEM trailer.
Hoover was able to have the STEM trailer from Hawkeye, which was a wonderful experience. It's hard to explain, but you go in there and it's an incredible 3D virtual reality world, which is right in their wheelhouse. The kids pick up on how to do it right away. They can see human anatomy and cell biology and all of these images they can then do dissections on, and it extends to earth science and microbiology and botany. We had it for a week and we were able to get about 400 plus kids. All of the 7th grade students and a good number of our 6th and 8th grade kids were able to go through the STEM trailer now. So it was about exposing the students to the technology. It's a wonderful, wonderful complement to our current curriculum, and it extends all fields of sciences, even an engineering piece. It was pretty impressive. It's amazing technology.
The STEM program is changing many people's futures.
It sure is.
I agree with that. Elementary students let their imaginations run wild, especially when they talk about safaris. Here are Irving students sharing more about their animal safari adventure.
My animal is a vulture. My animal is an ostrich and it lives in southern Africa.
Koala. It lives in Australia.
My animal is a moon butterfly.
The 3rd grade class does an annual 3rd grade safari every year. It's a celebration and learning. It's a chance for them to become experts on their animal so that they can teach the rest of the building and also family and friends about their animal.
Got to tell about my king cobra. It was awesome because when I was in 2nd grade, we went to a safari and there was all kinds of animals.
The students do the research on their own, so they're doing research by looking at books. They're doing online research and they're taking notes and recording information. They also have a piece where they go to the art teacher and they create their animal.
I researched and then I had a plain piece of paper and do a quick sketch, and then I said this is what my habitat is going to look like.
We also incorporate the Lucy Calkins curriculum, and they make an informational book and a poster to display when they have their safari. So a lot of the information that they came up with was through the research that they did on their own. So reading the material, looking at the websites. So, they take all of that and then they turn it into this really big project, which is a lot of authentic tasks that they do along the way, which is something that we're trying to incorporate into our curriculum as well.
That's pretty cute.
Really cute.
Thanks for watching, and go Wallhawks!